What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Daily Walk with Lance. This is where I take my morning Bible devotional. I record it and upload it and share it with you guys. Like I say before every video, don't view me as a spiritual leader, pastor, prophet. I'm just an average Joe trying to show other average Joes that even with a busy 9 to 5, a busy schedule, you could take time to learn the Bible more, learn more about God, learn more about His will, learn more about how we should be as believers, learn how we should live life. Now, after the kind of weekend I had, I wanted to talk about rest, because while the Bible talks about how we need to work, we need to work, we need to work hard, we need to do things, but also it highlights rest as well. Oh, excuse me. Now, most of the rest is going to come in the next life, but we're supposed to rest here as well. Because if you even look in Genesis, when God made the world, the seventh day, it's not that God needed to rest, but He rested to show that we need days of rest as well. And I'm going to be honest, this is like my second day of rest after this weekend. For y'all that have watched for a while now, we played the ministry team. We played until like 8 o'clock Saturday night, and our first game was 8 o'clock Saturday morning. So yesterday it was all I could do to even just get to church. And then today I'm kind of like taking today as a day of rest. But that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's go up here. So today we are in the book of Hebrews, chapter 4. As always, I'm in the New American Standard Bible. And we're going to start with verse 9 and probably go through like 13. And just before this, it's talking about, hard work and stuff. And then we're going to pick it up with verse 9. And it says, "Consequently, there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For the one who has entered his rest has himself also rested from his works, as God did from his. Therefore, let's make every effort to enter the rest, so that no one will fall by following the same example of disobedience. For the word of God is living and active, and sharper than any two-edged sword, even penetrating as far as the division of soul and spirit, of both joints and marrow, and able to judge the thoughts and intentions of the heart. And there is no creature hidden from His sight, but all things are open and laid bare to the eyes of Him to whom we must answer. Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let's hold firmly to our confession, for we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in all things just as we are, yet without sin. Therefore, let's approach the throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace for help at the time of our need." And again, that is Hebrews chapter 4, verses 9, and then we went through the end of the chapters, which was just verse 16. So, like I said, it's only 7 verses, but again, God points out that part of our flawed human bodies is that we need rest. And that's part of what the Sabbath is for. It's supposed to be about worship and taking a break from whatever we are in the world. It's supposed to be a holy day, and it's supposed to be a day where we also rest, like, spiritually, and you get that reboost, that recharging, more than a reboost. Yeah, it's more of a recharge. But you can do that through the week as well, because God talks about being in the Word is how you get the bread of life. So, like I said, hard work is everything. Hard work and obedience and discipline are huge. But at the same time, you can overwork. You can do too much. You can let it become your idol in your life more than God. And so and there's several verses in the Bible about rest and the Sabbath, or in spiritual rest. I mean, there's like 4 verses in Psalms, 4 chapters, and then like Matthew and Mark, and there's a couple other. I mean, there's Genesis, Revelations, there's all, it talks about hard work but also rest at the same time. It's that balance of work most of the time, rest a little bit, and that little bit of rest is how we recharge as humans. So as you go through your weekend, remember that part of the Sabbath is getting some rest in. And that's the point. It's to be in the Word and get rejuvenated and recharged. Alright, y'all, if this is the first time watching my videos, if you would, please drop me a follow, hit that like button, share the video. I don't say that to be a grifter, I say that because it's the way the algorithm works right now. So the only way small creators get their stuff out is the more interaction, the more push. And do that for anybody that you enjoy their content, not just me. All small creators can use the help with the algorithm big time. Alright, y'all. This upcoming weekend is going to be one of the bigger tournaments of the year, so, and the one this weekend was about just as big. So, you know, we got to pray with, I don't know, at least 100 guys and grown men asking for help, and that's what the team was for. It's the, yeah, we enjoy playing the game, but at the same time, it's about, to like Mark 16, 15, I think it's Mark 16, 15, it talks about to go preach the gospel to all creation. And so that's what we're doing. You know, go into these guys who, you know, they ain't going to church on Saturday, a lot of them. I'm not going to say most or all because I don't know all of them. You know, a lot of these guys I've met one time. But for the ones that won't ever go to church, we're taking it with us. And people can see a difference. People, we've had guys come up to us after the game and say, hey, will you put this on your prayer chain? Hey, will you do this? Hey, will you do that? And that's what it was all about from the start to begin with. God's not done working in this world. We're getting toward the end times, but there's still time left to save as many as we can. And that's the goal. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for me today. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.